John did it last time as well. So starting obviously a bit from away, you're going to step in and do a good big neck cut. And as your opponent goes back, you'll get back this distance, and then from there, you're just doing continuous big neck cuts with the intention being that each time I'm having to reach to a good amount of my extension. So obviously I think we've been covering a lot recently is use of your fumakiri. So the most important aspect of using your fumakiri is the fact that I can travel a lot of distance and still deliver a powerful and good cut. And also, more importantly, is that it lets me travel this distance while maintaining posture. I can move here and I'm still fully upright. A big problem amongst more junior people is that as soon as they're in a further distance like this, they feel the need to have to do to cut, which then makes the cut bad, and also they've lost posture. So against a good opponent like Tai Chi, I probably get immediately knocked over and actually fall onto the ground. So it's really important to be able to cover a good amount of distance while keeping your posture. So this exercise, big men cuts, making sure you maintain posture while covering the most distance you can. And for Wazageiko, the intention is to try and draw out your kakaride's best distance. So if I'm against someone like Tai Chi can probably cover a huge amount of distance and still maintain posture. So I need to move back decently quickly to make sure that they actually have a challenge. This is actually sort of extending and improving their kendos. If Wazageiko is just going back at a really normal pace to where they can just go, it's not really useful, because it's just like you may as well just do normal Kihon big man cuts. The point of this is to extend your distance while maintaining your posture. Each time you're having to keep good tension the whole way. So does everyone get that? So big man cut, Kage, big man cut at the end of the whole Wazageiko. You're trying to go back at a consistent pace that forces them to reach their maximum extension. Hey, you ready? Have you ready? That's right. Yeah! So just to reiterate for beginners in particular, when you're doing Oikomi, it's a consistent exercise. It's not, Bill, I've already, it's not, big man, stop, another big man. The point is that you're doing consistent footwork, so you're going down the hall doing these big men continuously, where you're not stopping at all. Each cut is followed on by another cut. If you lose your posture, you need to reset. That's fine. And if your posture is waning, please do reset. You don't want to just do this exercise where you're slowly losing posture over and over. If you do need to reset, do reset to here. But the aim is to continuously cut. And the same with your Wazageiko. You should go at a continuous pace. If your kakarige seems a bit slow, then just go at a slower continuous pace, but don't stop, wait for them, go back quickly, stop, wait for them, go back quickly. Make sure it's still a consistent pace, or it's going to be really hard for them to judge distance because you're suddenly stopping and suddenly moving. Make sure that you're going back all the time at a consistent pace. Right. The same exercise again. Nice. That's Okay. Right. So final time again to reiterate, make sure that you're moving back consistently, you're cutting consistently.
Hey.
Yeah, this should have helped with engaging your fumakiri into a long distance cut. But another really big benefit of having control over your fumakiri is that it lets you do short distance cuts, so I've already. So a really good example for this is doing kote men. So a lot of people at beginner level really struggle with kote because they don't have a good control of the distance. They end up doing a normal Oikomi and ending up where they're cutting off of the minuchi, like they're not cutting with the minuchi, and it will always end up hitting their opponent's godai, which then makes action really difficult. So another really good aspect of fumakiri, and the thing we were practicing yesterday with this quickly stopping footwork, is that when you do kote, you can do a very powerful kote with a very short step where you're just doing and managing to get a decently powerful kote without moving much, which then means that when you bring this into kote men, it's really easy to get that in 2 steps because you can do the kote in a really short step and leave yourself room to still do a good men cut. Again, also after you've cut this kote, the men is also at a short distance. So again, having this short fumakiri, or short fumakiri rather, is really important. So you'll do the same exercise doing kote men. The timing for this is a bit different because the exercise isn't, kote men. It is, and etc. So you're doing, each one is still its own, is a single waza. It's kote men, not kote men, kote men. It's kote men, kote men, kote men. So make sure that each one you still have this, let's sort of heart rate speed. Obviously, if you can't cut very fast, don't try to get that speed. You can still do, and that's still that heart rate. You're just doing it in a shorter time frame, but it's still not, which is incorrect. So make sure you still get this even if it's paced out further. So again, this exercise, you really need to break apart each cut. So each cut still needs to be broken apart into separate nidan waza. It's not an uncommon thing to do this sort of oikomi, but for what we're doing right now, it's not as important because this can have quite standard fumakiri, doing each one as a cut, whereas what we actually want is for it to have sort of 2 very small fumakiri we're doing, and then doing each one following that idea. So Another way to think about it, if you're struggling with this, is it's like two hops where you're doing in this sort of footwork and just adding in from the komi to do the cut. It's the same principle, but what you don't want to do is doing what is obviously still a common Oikomi, but doing this because it's not as important for what we're trying to practice right now. Right. This same exercise again. This. So another point to make before we do this for the final time, this one we asked you before, but what's the most important time? Kote man. Yes, the man. So make sure when you're doing this exercise, when you're practicing it, you're not sort of tunnel visioning on the kote, but I'm losing their posture, so then that's dreadful. Or at the same time, when you're doing this, the distance for kote is important. If you're a bit short, the men's the important part. There's loads of times where you can even do kote waza, where you miss kote and you still manage to cut the men because you're ready for the miss. So the important part's the men. That's the one that you want to have this perfect Ippon cut with. You want to have the correct distance for. If your kote is a bit short, you should still have the posture maintenance to not go as soon as you miss or lack of miss. You want the cut to be there. You need to hit it off there. It still functions as kote men, so keep this in mind that men is the important cut. So, before we move on to something slightly different, just a point to make about kote, so taichi. A lot of people right now, when you do kote, and the problem with this is that it naturally puts you off center. So when you go to cut men, you have to re-navigate, and it looks really messy. So make sure that when you're doing kote, you're still putting the center. Your lotodachi should not, for one thing, in this exercise should be open. And the actual kickoff, there should be an opening where there's this tension here. And then this kote opens. There's no time really where you're aiming to like circumnavigate to do kote. And if it is, it's normally due to something like a block where they block the men and you realign yourself to cut kote. That's not how we're doing this. It's just a basic kote man exercise. It's still straight down the middle whenever you're doing kote where it's not specified specifically that you're like circumnavigating the shinai to avoid a block or something. So always keep that in mind whenever you're doing Kion kote exercises. So now we'll move into something slightly more similar to what we did yesterday, doing this doubled footwork. So I'll try to show you again. So yesterday we went over, well, I don't think I actually mentioned what it's called. It's called contrary rhythm. And it's using the Toitono 7 that you went over the other day, this big push, to then as your opponent pushes back, you intercede that step by catching up and then cutting, because they're already midway through their step, which is push them back with this powerful seme, and they fall back, and then as they go, you reach for that cut, because they're midway through a step, they're vulnerable, they're stepping back. So we'll practice this again, starting with just Ippon Uchi men. You're saying a big push, and cutting men as they move back. The important aspects to remember, timing is really important. You don't want to just both do one big step back, and then you just randomly try to cut next. That's not useful. You're not striking at the weak point. You want to feel this pressure and feel when they're going to step back. As they step back, you intercede in between their step, in between their rhythm, to cut them at the weakest point. So keep that in mind. And again, for this exercise, posture is also really important because you're not going to get Ippon if you push back and then have to like reach because you've lost your posture completely. So, Ippon reaching men with this contrary rhythm. So, hajime. So yeah, same exercise again, just to reiterate what I've already used. When you're doing this exercise, there has to be sort of a reason behind it. If we're in Keiko and there's nothing happening, there's probably not much that's going to happen. They're not going to be ready, whereas you want to build up this pressure so you can feel them already sort of moving back mentally. They don't know what to do, they're a bit hesitant, you feel them move back. And then you get the something where you know they're going to step back. If you don't build up that pressure, you don't feel it, you don't know they're going to step back, so this step is useless. It's just a weakness for you. So you might step in to do the second step, and they're already ready to just do that one step, and you see halfway through your step, which is the opposite, like then they're just doing the same trick to you. So make sure when you're in here, you build up the pressure a little bit, you feel them being ready to move back. You can even use this Sem2 Sun that we did the other day, where you slowly sneak in to build up the pressure, and then as you feel them about to break, then you do this big double step to catch them as they move back. So make sure you keep that in mind. You don't sort of approach this exercise without a lot of thought in mind. Make sure you're thinking when you're doing this exercise. Doing this one final time. Ready? Do we have someone out?
Yeah, there's a gap, so we should be on.
So we should be even numbers. We should have. We have even numbers now if someone fills the gap.
If you know, I think that way we can move that way.
Yeah, move towards the high side. Okay, even numbers now, yeah? So yeah, this exercise one final time. Commit. So now we'll add something slightly different to this exercise. So obviously, Tai Chi, okay. When you're doing this, obviously in reality, when you do this Oikomi seminar, it's not always fully successful. But if I have someone like Tai Chi, they're not just going to step out of the way immediately as soon as they do this. They're going to resist a little bit. So one of the best, easiest things when you're doing basic kendo is your two main cuts obviously man and kote. So if there's little resistance here when you push it, it's possible to cut that. But if there's resistance here, then the more logical thing to cut is kote. And kote is people think of it as this really complicated cut. They think, oh, the person's hand's moving, so I have to really aim for where it is, and then you always get that effect where you hit tsuba or you miss. So the really easy thing to do is as you push here, you can feel that pressure. You know physically where the kote is going to end up, you can feel where their shinai is pushing to. So then you know as you push in here with this big push, where their kote is going to be right there, because you can feel exactly where it's going to be. So trust in that, don't look at it and go, oh, kote, and you almost automatically miss. So make sure that you're just pushing forward, looking at, keeping eye contact as you feel the pressure. You're cutting because you can actually feel where the kote is going to be without looking at it. So it's the same exercise as this Oikomi seminar push, but then your motodachi is resisting to the side a little bit when you cut the kote. Hajime! And today, Bill, what are you? So, I'm going to have Bill demonstrate how they do content, particularly when they're chasing someone, and watch what they do for his actions. So, if I'm here and Bill starts to push me back behind a tree, that's the content opens. There's immediate catch up. So, if we're doing it at full speed here. Bill catches up immediately. That's really important, particularly when you're doing with this sort of mentality where your opponent's running away, you're catching a pocket. If I and they're moving backwards, I'm fully open as soon as I cut pocket. Naturally, when you cut pocket, your pocket is also a little bit open and your men's definitely open. So you need to, as soon as you catch this pocket, move into Taikane. That's part of the reason why that's another reason why Fumikini is really important. That's definitely the sort of focus for these sort of exercises. It's really important to actually cut the pocket. You're pushing off your back leg with a lot of strength, so you actually cover the distance really quickly, even though your opponent's moving back. You need to move back fast. You need to move forward faster than you're moving back, or there'll naturally be that gap between the pocket that leaves room for the man or the pocket and retaliation. So, we're doing this exercise again. Yeah.
Also start much further than like, because Ines is asking you to do 2 steps, right? If you're starting from like here, and then you do the 7 step, look how close you are, and then when you do the kote, you're like that. You're like, pull yourself back to cut kote. So when you start, it really is just tip distance, and then you do the 7 step to the correct distance, and then do the kote.
Hey, particularly important if you're tall, because you should be able to cut pocket from that distance anyway. Do it! So one final point on this before we do it with my should really be like you're having this pressure here, but just because you're trying to get over your opponent, should I cut off there? Doesn't mean you have to do this sort of to cut off there. So one thing, it'll hurt quite a lot if you do this with a long strength, but also when this hits, it won't make as good of a sound because your shinai, the kote will get stuck to the person's hand. Whereas if you have this sort of smaller, driftier angle, it's a bit easier to make a good sound. This naturally pops up, allowing the air to escape, which actually is what makes the sound. So when you're doing kote, make sure that you're not sort of like, slamming all of your strength into it. It's just this push here and this light raise to do the cut. Right, so final time doing kote with this. Do it! up there, make sure that when you're having this sort of bouncy movement of your shoulders, you're not going this sort of wave motion. So, come on, get it? Somkyo, Tometo. Ashita. We're going to do Wazageiko.
Everyone in that even numbers, right? Yeah. Okay.
Hey! So to reiterate for anyone who doesn't know how Wazageiko works, it's effectively just free practice. You decide what you want to work on and you work on it. Particularly with competitions coming up, you don't want to be practicing anything that you're not comfortable with. Particularly for kohai, you should just be practicing the cuts that you're good at and maybe one waza to really focus on. If you focus on multiple things, you just will have a bunch of ineffective waza rather than one that actually works. And just another thing to mention, I don't think it was mentioned for the first time you guys did Wazageiko, but Ippon uchi cuts count as waza. If you want to practice men cuts, if you want to practice big men, if you want to practice small men, that's still a valid thing to practice, and please do so. I always start Wazageiko with doing basic Ippon uchi, because if those aren't right, why would I be doing harai men if I can't just do normal men? So really make sure that you think about this practice and actually practice what you need to, not just what you want to. Are you ready? So 3 of whatever waza you're doing.
the launch. Really try to swing. You're not hitting that much power. Your opponent is going to just go back and
Can I go for the Jigeiko? I will just hit some dog. Go. Okay, just a quick point that was mentioned to me. When you're doing your cuts, make sure to keep conscious of which way you're turning. When you cut, you should always turn in the direction that your opponent that just passed you is on, so a tai chi, please. If you're doing your neck cuts and you're going, this is really wasteful energy, so if your opponent follows you, tai chi follows you, that's way more fun. By the time I turn around, my opponent's either going to have caught me, or I'm going to have to turn around so quickly that I'm going to lose posture, and they're also going to get me another way. So make sure that you're conscientious of cuts, that this, you turn around here, or alternatively, you this way, you turn around there. Always make sure you're turning in the quickest way. Keep conscious of your opponent. That's the idea of tension. Hey, just keep it in mind. Hey! Fill the gap, fill the gap.
Small one comes easy because we were like facing someone has to do that. Right? And then the first thing you think about is if I push it away, the center is not there anymore, and you can cut man. But it's like super. I've never scored outside man never ever in the match in Shirai. So like also what in is let us practice them first, like the two step. That's actually like you should use that if you're doing proper outside man. It should be like a really strong semi-ash going in, and then second step to the man. If you're only using your hand, trying to push away the sword. If you're fighting anyone that's slightly better than you, there's no way you can push it away. Even if you try like among each other, like it's super hard. Because no one, once you do that, they know you're doing the man. Right? So if you're only using hand, it's never gonna work. If you really want to do this, like really use your tame in, and then push while like you're going in, then do the man. Okay?
Hey. Thank you. First. So we'll keep doing Wazageiko for about 8 more minutes. So really pick something to work on because there's not much time left to do Wazageiko. So make sure you pick something you want to work on. Let's go.
But thank you. What do you want to practice? I do the same. Oh, you of course. Oh, fine.
practice and do your best handle. Right. Let's.
Mentally sharp. I'm stopping.
I think it's better now. Jigeiko or have another Jigeiko, just work on them. Actually try to practice rather than just, do what you normally do. Right? Right? Make sure you're all paired up. I will just be following the time, so make sure to be ready to hear me say down there. So it'll be 2 minutes each. Right? Admit!
There's a gap.
Fill the gap. Fill the gap from the high side to move up, move up. Once.
So should be pressing as a semi-in?
In the future, if you need to leave the lineup, please put your hand up and make sure I know so that the gap can be filled before Hajime is called.
Happens at the same time, but the question we get there at the end of the seminar.
Hi. Thank you.
we'll have a very quick 5-minute rest break, and we'll move into Ippon Shobu. So go find a senpai or someone that you want to do Ippon Shobu with. Shobu.
point, okay? Well, we can. That's a very nice point. Let it go.
Everyone unless you're currently out, come like that. Sonka, Samego, Let's go!